Have you ever experienced those times when you had hoped or thought something might take place within a certain time frame or a specific time, and it didn't happen the way that you thought it should or wanted it to happen, and then it happened and it turned out perfect timing? Well, we've been looking at in Exodus in the first several chapters, and today it's Exodus chapters 6, 7, and 8, and Luke 23. But in our passages in Exodus, we've been learning the lesson of God's sovereignty and his moving and his timing. It's always perfect, God's perfect timing. And in chapter 6, verse 1, there's a little three-letter word that caught my attention, and it's the three-letter word now. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Now you shall see what I will do to Pharaoh. For with a strong hand he will let them go, and with a strong hand he will drive them out of the land." Of course, this all takes place after the 10 plagues that came upon the land of Egypt, the last one being the death of the firstborn and the death angel passing through, and where there was blood on the doorpost, he passed over the children of Israel and spared them. But Pharaoh's household, the loss of his firstborn, that was kind of like the final straw for him. And so he did let them go with a strong and mighty hand. Moses had complained to the Lord at the end of chapter 5 that he had not fulfilled his word to deliver them from the hand of Pharaoh. Even though God had promised, there followed that period of time that was a time of testing for, well, not just for Moses, but for all of the children of Israel. Testing whether they were going to believe the promise. And instead of experiencing freedom for the next several days, there was even more oppression from the hand of Pharaoh. But once again, God had told Moses that this is going to happen, and it did happen just as he said. He told them that Pharaoh wasn't going to let them go, but that he would show himself strong, and all the things that took place, and then eventually, of course, the 10 plagues. But what it does is it just underscores in my mind the reality that God has a time frame in which he is going to do what he said he was going to do, and no one can change that time frame. The point of it all is, as we talked about the other day, are we going to trust God with that? That trust factor that is involved. Knowing that he is sovereign God, all-powerful, omnipotent, all-knowing, omniscient, that he will do things in the time that they need to be done. And that, to me, is just one of the incredible things about God, to hear all these people on this planet, and yet he is in control, knowing and working in larger situations with nations, and yet knowing what's going on in my life and in your life, and working for our good as well. It just underscores the reality that God has a time frame in which he's going to do what he's going to do. It was when Moses cried out to the Lord in chapter 5 that God responded to his complaint. Didn't chide him for that, but just continued to move in the way that he knew he was going to move. And then you come across this word now in chapter 6, verse 1. Now he is going to do that. And it just underscores again that his timetable is always perfect, that he is sovereign God. He is not a God who is arbitrary, but has all things under his hand and will move to work in accordance with his perfect will. What's our responsibility? Well, once again, it is that responsibility of trusting God with our lives and knowing that he works all things together for good for us, because that's who he is and that's what he does. Our responsibility is, again, the lesson for us today is to trust. And I don't know where you are at this morning, what may be going on with you, but you can trust him. He knows what's going on, and you can know that he will keep you and care for you and watch over you. You don't need to fear about those things. You don't need to worry or fret. Why should we worry or fret? Because he's got it all in control, and we can trust him with our lives. So be encouraged today, trusting in the Lord, his perfect timing for everything. And it's going to work for his glory and for your good. Praise the Lord. Well, once again, like us on Facebook, share it on your Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop a note once in a while. Those things are all encouragement to myself, but also a blessing to others as you share those things that touch your heart. So may the Lord richly bless you today. Amen.